Well, pet owners have likely seen this before.
Yeah, your cat or dog tilting or shaking its head side to side, or maybe scratching their ears.
Chief Meteorologist Steve Caparizzo tells us why it might be an indication of something more serious. That's in today's Pet Connection Extra. Cap.
Thanks, Christina. We all know how painful ear infections can be. Pets can get them as well. If you see your dog or cat shaking its head, tilting their head from side to side, or scratching a lot at their ears, it could be a tip-off that your pet does have an ear infection. The diagnosis and treatment is fairly easy.
Ideally, an ear infection is diagnosed by a veterinarian. It will enable us to determine, well, is it an ear infection or is it something else? And also what the origin is. Is it bacterial? Is it yeast? Is it both?
The process of figuring out what type of infection it is fairly easy.
So to diagnose an ear infection, we will take an ear swab, take a Q-tip right into the ear canal and look at it under the microscope and see what's comprising that ear infection. We can tell you right then and there, is it bacterial or is it yeast, and then get your animal on the correct treatment regimen.
There is some new technology that allows the veterinarian to see exactly what's going on inside the ear.
So this is a video otoscope. Not every place has them, but it's really neat because we can take the instrument, the otoscope, that looks down into the ear canal, and then we can bring on video, actually record what's going on in the dog's ear canal, so we can compare it to what it looked like a few weeks ago and also show the client.
If ear infections are not taken care of, things could become more serious.
Sometimes ear infections will go away on their own, but that's really the exception. If left untreated, the ear can get very pus-filled, get very painful, start to bleed, and actually the external ear infection can then migrate towards the middle and inner ears.
And what happens then?
And then what happens then, you can get a host of different neurologic signs, a lot of balance issues.
Once diagnosed, treatment is fairly easy.
Most importantly, we need to get the inflammation out of the ear and then treat the bacterial or the yeast components. We'll often prescribe a washing regimen and then also a treatment regimen, depending on the animal.
And they're very successful.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks, Dr. Mel. Please take care of your pet's ears. This recently happened to one of my dogs. It was difficult to watch. He became disoriented and kept walking around in circles. After a 10-day treatment, he was back to normal. He was happier, and so were we. Back to you, Christina.